Hey guys, it's Landin here. And whether you're moving to Colorado or you live here in the area and you're thinking about maybe getting a boat, boaters, listen up. Here's some of the best water spots in Colorado to have fun and get out and use your motorized boats. Possibly get out and fish, do water sports, wakeboarding, water skiing, wake surfing, which is now all the rage, all of that stuff. And here's the top five spots that they've ranked in Colorado to do these things. So the first one is Spiny Mountain Reservoir, which is about 80 miles west of Colorado Springs, down on the south side of town. And this spot is really cool. I've heard because of all the unique fish that are in the area. It's a pretty big reservoir, so it's less crowded than some of your other places like Chatfield Reservoir, for example, where I live. I see views of Chatfield, and we're just 10 minutes away from that. But everybody tends to go there, especially on the weekends and holidays. It's just packed, and you do circles because it's not as big too. So Chatfield, albeit it's a great lake and it's nice that it's close by. There's definitely lots of traffic on the lake, and sometimes it can even get dangerous on holidays. There's some accidents that can happen there. So this mountain resort is wide open and lots of fun, and fishers absolutely love this place. All right, coming in at number 4 is 11 Mile Reservoir. So this is also about 80 miles west of Colorado Springs, and it's in the foothills of the Front Range Mountains. And it's bigger. It's a large reservoir, 11 miles, obviously, but it's got a really wide population of rainbow trout, brown trout, salmon, you name it. It's got some great fish to go and catch, and it's also got incredible scenic views. Probably one of the most scenic lakes that we have here in Colorado, with just mountains surrounding it, lots of greenery, lots of wildlife. So that's another lake that people love around here. And you can tube, you can wind sail, you can do all kinds of water sports, and you got plenty of space to do it. And again, not so crowded like some of these other lakes that are closer to the city. All right, coming in at number 3 is the biggest lake in Colorado that you can play on, Blue Mesa Reservoir, which is just outside of Gunnison. It's about 7,400 miles above sea level, and it is an absolutely gorgeous lake. You've got some mountains and canyons around it. It actually goes down to a depth of 341 feet, and so that can be a fisherman's dream. It's got all kinds of fish to go for, and it's also a perfect spot for wind sailing, all kinds of water sports. It's got a pretty large center to it where you don't have to make a whole lot of turns. You can just keep on riding 100 miles of shoreline on Blue Mesa Reservoir. So that's why that's one of the favorites for a lot of people, coming in at number 3. All right, number 2 is Cherry Creek Reservoir. Okay, a lot of people love Cherry Creek because of its proximity to Denver. You're just like 10 miles outside of Denver, the city itself. So just minutes away. And, if you live on that east side of town, it's super easy to get to. Really anywhere in the Denver metro area, you're within a half, 30 minutes, somewhere around there. And, there's all kinds of fish there too. You got perch, bass, a lot of variety there that fishers love. About 880 acres in Cherry Creek of water. And if you go on mornings, during weekdays, you can catch some really good glassy water to ski on, to wakeboard on. But it does get busy like Chatfield too during the day, like later on at evenings or weekends, especially holidays. Labor Day, Memorial Day tend to be very busy at Cherry Creek Reservoir. So you just got to kind of know when to avoid the crowds sometimes. But if you love the crowds, those are the days to go. To each their own, right? But there's all kinds of trails, just nature around. The trail actually rides for miles, goes all the way up to downtown, south, all the way down through Parker and Castle Rock. You can get anywhere on a bike, using that Cherry Creek Trail. And a lot of people actually commute to work on that Cherry Creek Trail. So really awesome for hikes and just getting north and south on that thing. And beautiful all along the way. So you still have a good view of the mountains on the west side, but it's just a little peaceful, breakaway from the city. If you live close by and you're used to downtown, all the noise, getting to Cherry Creek Reservoir will be a nice change of pace for you. And you can do motorized boats. You can do, skiing, wakeboarding, wake surfing, all that stuff there. And a lot of people do. It's a great lake to go play on. All right, you ready for number one? Here it is, Horsetooth Reservoir. Okay, just outside of Fort Collins, which is about an hour north of Denver, hour to an hour and a half north of Denver. There's a big lake reservoir that you can play on. It's a man-made reservoir since 1949. It's 156,000 acres. So that means it's 6.5 miles long and about a half mile wide of area to play on. And motorized boats are good there. There's lots of fishing and scenic views of not only you've got like the Rocky Mountains, some of the best views of the Rocky Mountains, but you got some tabletop rocks as well that are there, and some trails along the way. So this thing has a little bit of everything, and that's why it's in the number one spot. A little closer in proximity than some of those others that we mentioned on number 4 and 5 that are down southwest. And this one just, it's especially if you live in Fort Collins, it's a no-brainer. You got all that space to play on, flat water for skiing for the most part. The water dissipates pretty well on the shores instead of some of these canyon lakes that it bounces back and creates lots of waves. And so it's a really cool spot. The other thing is scuba divers love it too because it's got like pretty crystal clear water down below once you go under, is what I've been told. And so those are the top 5 lakes or reservoirs, spots to go play on the water here in Colorado. And there are a lot of other little lakes and little areas that you can go and enjoy the water as far as just looking at it and doing canoeing, kayaking, hiking around bodies of water. There's a lot of that. Lake Dillon's absolutely beautiful in the mountains, and you've got quite a few in the city too that are like that. But on a lot of those, you can't do motorized boats or you can't do water sports. And so these 5 are your top ones. If you are a boater and you love to play on the water like me, those are some really awesome areas to go and check out in our state. So if you have more questions about the lakes in Colorado, if you're a boater moving to Colorado and would like to talk to a local real estate agent who knows the market and knows their way around the area, I'm always here for you. You can reach me on my phone number. All my contact information is below, so feel free to check that out. And would love for you to subscribe on my YouTube channel so you can get more updates about Colorado, property tours in Colorado, so you can see what a certain price point will get you in Colorado I walk you through homes, which I do often. So hopefully that's been helpful for you, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.